guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area on this wonderful Wednesday, multicultural that is. So you know I'm going to read a book about another culture. And today will be Guide to China. Guide to China. So don't forget to click like and share. And Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
All right. Shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David III, and Kaden. I love and miss you guys so much. All right, you guys. I'm just going to jump right into this book. On my back, it says, Top Secret Guide to China. Niho, welcome to China. Journey to Asia and explore this vast country that was home to one of the world's greatest civilizations. Bicycle through huge cities like Beijing and Shanghai. Float down China's famous rivers past flooded rice paddies. Enjoy the view as you walk along the top of the Great Wall. Top secret guides take readers on adventures to the most mysterious and interesting places on Earth. Today will be China. Guide to China. It says top secret highlights, top secret adventures. Now let's see if it has. Who wrote it? By Mike March. Highlights for children. I like maps, by the way. Mike March, and it says China, China, China. You can see the map. You can pause and read it if you want to. So this is, by the way, China's flag. That is China's flag. It says the red flag with gold stars was chosen by China's communist government in 1949. The biggest star on the flag represents the Communist Party. China's official name is the People's Republic of China. Did you guys know that that is China's official name? The People's Republic of China. All right. So this is the continent of Asia, and you have China right here. Yeah. More maps. China at a glance. It looks like that's their money down there, right? Chinese money. China's currency is the yuan or renminbi. I'm going to apologize in advance if I pronounce something incorrectly. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. There are 10 jiu to 1 yuan. And again, another map. Yes, China. Asia's giant. China is one of the largest countries on Earth. China. It fills most of the eastern part of the continent of Asia. China is a land of snow-capped mountains, sandy deserts, grassy plains, and thousands of rivers and lakes. A long coastline dotted with tiny islands forms its eastern border. Here, two of the world's greatest rivers, the Changjiang, which means river, Jiang means river, and the Huanghe, flow into the sea. South of Changjiang, the weather is warm all year round, with plenty of rain, and in the north, the winters are bitterly cold. While farmers in the south are planting rice, people in the north are still clearing snow from the streets. In dry areas, monsoon rains start in the late spring and end in the fall. Floods and typhoons present other dangers. More than 1 billion people live in China, you guys. More than 1 billion people live in China. Wow. More than a quarter of them are farmers. They live in the southern and eastern parts of the country. Many people also live in the cities. China is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations. The Chinese people invented many things, including the printing process, paper, gunpowder, the compass, porcelain, and silk. 91% of the people who live in this huge country are of Chinese ancestry. The rest come from more than 50 ethnic groups. Some, like the people of Tibet and Mongolia, have their own language. The way people speak Chinese varies greatly across the country. People from Guangzhou in the south and people from Beijing in the north find it difficult to understand each other. Traveling around China by train is a good way to meet the people. You will always be greeted with a smile. So smile back. For longer journeys, airplanes fly between most of the big cities. Okay. They got rice fields near the Guilin, southern China. Okay, Chinese peasants at work on the farm. A Chinese craft worker painting a porcelain vase. Put it up so you can pause and read. Pause and read. All right. The northern capital. China's capital is the famous ancient city of Beijing. The name means northern capital. In English, the old name of the capital was Peking. When Beijing was first built 3,000 years ago, it was a little town called Jai. Today it is a bustling city. More than 12 million people live there. Many of them use bicycles to get around the city. Peking roast duck. I like chicken. So I will put this up here so you can pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. There's a thick book here. Yep, it says, oh wow, Tiananmen Square, seen from the Gate of Heavenly Peace. Bicycles on Chang'an Boulevard. The cyclists. Walls and emperors. This is the Great Wall of China. Can you see that? A cobblestone road from Tiananmen leads to the Imperial Palace. For 500 years, this was the home of China's emperors. The royal palaces in their hand were a separate city inside Beijing. They stood on an island, cut off from the main city by a wide moat and high walls. To the ordinary people, this was the forbidden city. They dared not enter. I wonder why that is. This is the hall of prayer for good harvest in the garden of the Temple of Heaven. Wow. This is the Forbidden City seen from Coal Hill. The hill was built from the dirt that was dug out to make the Forbidden City's moat. All the buildings face south. All of them. Nice. Interesting. The Great Wall of China. The wall winds or winds its way up mountains, down valleys, over grasslands, and across deserts. Wowee. The Great Wall of China. It's like a minute to walk that whole wall, huh? Cities and canals. So I'm going to put it up here. You can pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. And this is the picture for that. So you can pause and read it. Because you know I'm encouraging you to read. Up the Changjiang. It says, up the Changjiang. One of the best hotels in China is the Jingling Hotel in the center of the city of Nanjing. This skyscraper stands 37 stories high. There is a revolving restaurant at the top. From here, you can enjoy a meal and have a fine view of the surrounding city. Wow. The old town on the hillside overlooks the river. Around the bend, the Jialing meets the Changjiang. Interesting. Crowds waiting to board the riverboat at Badong. Most boats can only go as far west as Chongqing, but Chang is the third longest river in the world. Oh, wow. We are learning some stuff here, huh? In the world. So this is the bridge over the Changjiang at Nanjing. The huge bridge was built between 1960 and 1968. The railroad bridge is more than 4 miles long. The road bridge stretches for 1.5 miles. Wow. Wow. Southern frontiers. Go ahead and pause it and read it. Good job, you guys. Pause and read. The China coast. Look at the China coast. Just talking about the China coast here. That is the China coast. Cool, right? Cool. Hainan Island is a tropical paradise in the South China Sea. Boats going to the island leave Guangzhou from the south side of the Zhu River. When you get there, you can relax on unspoiled white sandy beaches and dine on coconuts. Most of China's rubber comes from trees grown in Hainan Island. The rare Hainan deer lives here. From Guangzhou, you can also take a hovercraft to the much smaller island of Hong Kong near the mouth of the Zhu. For more than 100 years, Hong Kong and its neighboring territories belonged to Great Britain. Okay, now you guys are getting a bit of history too, right? But there are many more Chinese people here than British. The land was given back to China in 1997. Hong Kong has one of the finest natural harbors in the world and one of the busiest. There are skyscrapers, international banks, modern factories, and warehouses. But overcrowding is a major problem. Many poor people live on boats or in rundown shacks. Facing Hong Kong is Aomen, once governed by the Portuguese. The towering ruins of the burned-out church of Sao Paulo is a famous local landmark. About 100 miles out to sea lies the rocky island of Taiwan. Shout out to my nephew Khalil. Taiwan is a province of China. To the people of the island, it is the rightful home of the Chinese government. When the communists came to power in 1949, their rivals, the nationalists, fled to Taiwan. They set up their own government in the capital city, Taipei. Today, Taiwan is a big producer of electronic goods, such as cameras, televisions, computers, as well as machinery. So the Aberdeen Harbor, Hong Kong, thousands of people live on sampans and junks in the port, overlooked by modern skyscrapers. See that? Many people live in these. Lantern Festival in Hong Kong. The Chinese New Year is followed by the Lantern Festival. All over China, people hang up beautiful lanterns, both from shops like this and eat sweet balls of rice filled with nuts. Okay. The roof of the world. Look at this beautiful picture. Go ahead and pause and read the roof of the world. And then pause and read. Pause and read. Wow, that's interesting. I think I'm going to read that one. What is that, right? It says yaks in the Tibetan hills. or Tibetan hills. The shaggy-coated oxen are kept for their milk, meat, and skins. Tibetans like drinking tea flavored with yak's butter. Yaks can also pull a cart and carry a heavy load, or they can be ridden. Many still roam wild. I mean, look at that yak. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. That was just a joke. Look at that. It's called a yak. Interesting is that. And this is a Tibetan girl. Right here. Tibetan girl. It says she belongs to the Khampa people of eastern Tibet. Traditionally, they braid their hair with red thread. The men often carry swords and daggers. Nice. Trade and conquest. You guys can pause and read and pause and read. Pause and read. A Mongolian summer fair. Right here. And this one says Heavenly Lake, Tianchi, near the oasis city of Urumqi. Urumqi. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. That's water right here. Beautiful. The lake lies in the middle of mountains that are surrounded by desert. Beautiful. The Golden Age. I want you guys to read, and read. And don't worry about mispronouncing them because you know I've already done that. So don't get embarrassed. Just as long as you're trying, you're doing good. Okay? That's why I just try to read it, and if I mispronounce it, I just ask for forgiveness, but I try. I want you to try too. All right, you guys. The Great Wild Goose Pagoda, Xi'an. This is it right here. Well, let me open it up so you can see it. Some interesting buildings. Just pause and read, you guys. Pause the video and read because some interesting things on here. It's just a long book. Manchuria. Pause and read about Manchuria. Look at this. It says, Statue of Mao Zedong in Shenyang. The huge statue stands on Zhongshan Square in the center of the city. The communists, led by Mao, captured Shenyang in 1949. It has now grown into a big industrial city. Look at that. Okay. You have this to read. Pause, and read. Pause, and read. Good job. Good job, you guys. China facts and figures. You don't have to pause and read because I am going to read about China facts and figures. So, more than 9/10 of Chinese people are Han or ethnic Chinese. There are also more than 50 other ethnic groups living in China. The largest of the minority peoples are the Zhuang, who number about 16 million. Trade and industry, farming, this is the lotus fields in southern China. The Chinese have always loved the lotus flower. They use it to make medicine. To Buddhists, it represents life, peace of mind, and justice. Beautiful. Once again, you can pause. It's a lot to read for now. So you can pause it and read it. Pause it and read it. Look at that. A farmer's house in eastern China. Traditional scrolls with Chinese writing hang from the wall, bowls with chopsticks, and stand on the table. I don't even know if you can see that. I'm putting it up as close as I can, but hopefully you can see it. Drama and arts, schools, the media, drama, art, literature. I'll read, of course, I'm going to read about the schools. It says children can attend nursery school from the age of 3. At 6, they enter primary school, where they spend the next 6 years. They study math, Chinese language, a foreign language, history, geography, science, music, and art. All children must then attend secondary school. After 3 years, they can go to a special teacher training, technical or agricultural college, or stay at school for another 3 years to study more general topics. Interesting, right? Nice. That's interesting. China facts and figures. Yes, we love these panda bears. We love the pandas. So let's read. We talk about religion, sports, favorites, spring festivals, King Woman Festival, Moon Festival, plants and animals. So, of course, I'll show you these so you can pause and read. But I will read to you the plants and animals. You can always pause and read it. So it says for plants, there are more than 2,800 kinds of trees in China. 2,800, that's 2,800 kinds of trees in China. They range from fir and pine in the northeast to bamboo farther south, and mangroves in the tropical south coast. Maple, birch, and ash trees also grow in the northeast. So does ginseng, a plant with red berries that is used for a medicine. It's used as a medicine. Ginseng. I remember hearing about that. The peony, chrysanthemum, lotus flower, and peach tree are important to the Chinese. A lot of peaches here in Georgia, huh? They done named everything peach something. Peach tree this, peach tree that, peach tree something. Animals. China has a huge variety of wildlife, including rare animals. The northeastern forests are home to the Amur leopard and Siberian tiger. Monkeys, tigers, elephants, leopards, and muntjac deer live in the tropical rainforest further south. Wild camels, bears, foxes, and wolves inhabit the grassland and the deserts. So that means that's where they live. The Chinese alligator lives only in the Xinjiang. The rare Asiatic onager lives on China's border with Nepal. Giant pandas live in protected forests. Birds include one of the smallest birds in the world, the Pekin robin. Nice. This is another page that I will let you pause and read. That's the history. That's the language. Pause and read. The end. Oh, wow. The guide to China. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here and listening to me read fun, exciting, and cultural books like this. It's a guide to China. Shout out to my mom. Thanks, Mom, for always being here. All right. Thanks. Shout out to everybody who comes here and listens to me read. Shout out to all of you. You are all special. Don't forget to pick up a book and read. Read, read, read. Don't forget, shout out to everyone that goes to Audrey's reading area and smashes that subscribe button for me. All right, you guys. I will see you again live tomorrow at 8. That's Live, live at 8. See you tomorrow here at Audrey's reading area. Tomorrow, I'll see ya tomorrow. It's only one day away. All right. Audrey's reading area. Don't forget. Audrey's reading area. Live at 8.